For original reporting, I'm Matt Piper in New York. Now with Senate confirmation, Ketanji Brown Jackson becomes the first black woman on the Supreme Court. Our Tom Fodes in Washington.
This was the vote. Vice President Harris presiding.
The yeas are 53, the nays are 47, and this nomination is confirmed.
And this was the Senate Democratic leader, Chuck Schumer.
This is a wonderful day, a joyous day, an inspiring day.
3 Republicans broke party ranks to vote that way. Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Mitt Romney. GOP leader Mitch McConnell did not.
Today, the far left will get the Supreme Court justice they wanted.
Soon to be Justice Jackson was at the White House watching with President Biden. Tom Fodes, CBS News, Washington.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has COVID. That marks 8 Democrats who have come down with it since Monday. And Pelosi was just with President Biden and others yesterday during a bill signing. But White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says he is not considered a close contact.
The way a close contact is defined, it's not arbitrary. It's not something made up by the White House. It's CDC guidelines, and how they define it is being within 6 feet for a cumulative total of 15 minutes over a 24-hour period. They were not.
The United Nations aid chief tells the Associated Press that he is not optimistic that there will be a ceasefire in Ukraine following talks in Moscow and in Kyiv. CBS's Skylar Henry says Russia was suspended from the UN's Human Rights Council.
Today, Ukraine asked the G7 and NATO for more weapons to prevent further atrocities.
Either you help us now, and I'm speaking about days, not weeks, or your help will come too late.
Today, the UN General Assembly voted to suspend Russia from the organization's Human Rights Council over the deaths of hundreds of Ukrainian civilians.
Developing news out of Tel Aviv, where there's been a shooting in the central part of town that officials say is terrorism. At least 2 people killed, another 8 wounded. The latest from our Linda Gradstein in Jerusalem.
The shooting took place on Dizengoff Street in Tel Aviv, which is crowded with restaurants and bars at the beginning of the Israeli weekend. Tel Aviv Mayor Ron Huldai called on the public to stay indoors. He said people should let the police do their job and find the attacker. It was the 4th attack on civilians in the past 2 weeks and have left Israelis feeling unsafe and nervous. Linda Gradstein for CBS News, Jerusalem.
Walmart has just announced that it's increasing the pay it offers truck drivers in its private fleet to $110,000 for their first year on the job. At the close, the Dow gained 88, the Nasdaq was up 8, S&P gaining 19 today. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.